You guys have seen Professor Arsenal. You guys have seen Dr. Arsenal. You guys have seen DB Khan and all different variations. But you also seen the music side of the Arsenal. So today, he makes a return. We've seen him before in the before game day in the battle rap versus the Commanders. He's back now. You get DB. DB is here to spit some bars for you in acapella. So now I'm presenting DB. In the mock, I did 7. This year, I'm going to do 8. And like the last ones, you know it's going to be great. I'm about to pick the pieces we need to add to our plate. So this year, we have a different end to our fate. SteelerNation, we too electric, I even trying. We got too many boats and votes and too many wides. Like TJ, we do not play. Every time I get up on this track, you know I'm going to lay them down like it's a sack. And that's a fact. I might throw my leg up in the air like he do too to even celebrate that. You know how we do. You know we can't be moved with a steel curtain, so you already know you can't go through us. You need to give up, because we'll always be on top. We'll never drop, and that's why this grind we have can never stop running. You're running, and if you think you've seen it all like a hill turn, you haven't seen nothing yet. And it's not a threat. It's not a promise, it's a guarantee. We're gonna beat you up and make you bleed. We're gonna beat you up and make you scream, make you rest in peace. Funny how I'm cooking this track up acapella, I ain't got no recipe. Our team do have a legacy. Your legacy, you know exactly what it is. We are from Pittsburgh, the home of the 6-time Super Bowl champions. And we rapping by winning. My verses might be foreign to the Browns and Bengals. So the trophy cases are deserted. And like them, our team actually have a purpose. So basically, Brown and Bengal fans, I'm saying your team is worthless. And to the Ravens, our rivals who are always lurking. We can't wait to play y'all again so we can put this work in. We may have won the last 2 games in the series, but the message is always the same when you see us. That's fear us dearly, because we ain't playing no games. We came from asylum because we step on that field, about to go insane. Like Kid I said, we burning tattoos, we snatching chains. And you can never reach our level even if you flew off Mount Everest with a plane. And we can't wait to put all of y'all to shame. We got 6 games, so like Naruto, you're going to feel the 6 paths of pain. We're going to be on your head all season and all year, so you might want to wear a helmet or even a guardian cap to protect your brain. AFC North, you know we always keep y'all nervous. Like we got Bobby and Shuttle with us, because all we do is bring the hurting. You're hurting, and that's our purpose, because like Coach Tomlin said, man, we Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. This is Steelers mock draft 6.0. We got 2 more left. We got the one for next week and we got the next, and then we get into the draft. I'm gonna live stream the draft and stuff, and be very cool. So be on the lookout for all that content. But this mock draft right here, I did something crazy. You probably seen from the title already. I did something very, very crazy. I decided to go and make a big trade. Now I jinxed myself a little bit. I didn't jinx myself, but I feel like I jinxed this player a little bit. Now, I did, you guys watching the stream, I did well, you guys see this video, it'll be Friday, so I did the stream on Wednesday. I did a stream, I did 2 mock drafts. 2 mock drafts in that stream, and each of those mock drafts, at number 9, he had the Saints taking the guy who I took right here. So this time, in my mock draft, the simulation, they actually had it again. So I guess I don't know if people like actually believing that he would fall down to 9. I don't think it's gonna be possible, but you never know what could happen. So the simulator actually dropped, they usually always gone by the Giants pick. He fell down to 9 this time, or it was like number 8, and the Saints had 9. I had it in slow mode so I could pause it. So I paused it. I made a trade with the Saints. I swapped our first round picks. I traded a first and a second to get their pick. Now in real life, it might take a little more than that, but the simulation allowed me to happen. So I did that right there. And I drafted Shedeur Sanders with the 9th pick by trading up against Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is a generational talent. He'll be a very good player. He got the intangibles you can't teach. The clutch gene, we've seen it many times before. Him going out there and making big time plays for Colorado. And when everything is not perfect either, he still found a way to get it done and find a way to make plays and just execute well. He comes from Coach Sanders, you know, primetime Sanders, the best cornerback in the game. No comparison between him and Asante Samuel. Asante Samuel is a great player, a good player. But if you're not on an all-decades team or in the Hall of Fame, you cannot put yourself in the same conversation with the greats. And I think Deion Sanders is one of the greatest cornerbacks. Him, Ryder Wilson, you can pick your poison. I need more a little lenient to. I like what Sanders a lot, but Ryder Wilson is a Steelers, so it's like you can pick your poison. No Blunt, Daryl Green, anyone, you choose anybody you want like that. Darrell Revis like that, but Deion Sanders is up there. And being from greatness, It does help a lot too as well. And Deion Sanders has sculpted him. He's been coaching him since he was a kid all the way up to now. Like that, teaching him the things, the do's and the don'ts and stuff, and just having that legacy and that greatness around him, getting taught by Tom Brady as well and stuff, and just having that around him, things you can't teach. And we've seen those plays he made. The touch on the football is nice. The pocket awareness is nice as well. He got playmaking ability. He can get in the pocket and make those big time throws, of course, as well. He might get a little overzealous sometimes. He'll turn the ball over a lot, but he might turn the ball over occasionally. He might get overzealous sometimes. He might say, I can make this throw. No, every quarterback has that confidence in him a little bit. They can make every throw on the field. And he might cause some little mistakes, but you'll live with that. Like that, every quarterback do that. But Shedeur Sanders have more great. Most of the more good and bad. You have more great and a little bad. Like not too much you can say on this game, really. Like negative or anything. Like you see him play at Jackson State, he did a very good job. I've been watching him since high school. I seen him he's from Texas, so I seen him at the Texas Christian high school. I remember they had that overtime show on YouTube. He used to play on there. Coach Sanders was the offensive coordinator, was helping him coach over there and stuff like that. He played over there. He looked good over there. With Jackson State, he looked good over there too. And then he went to Colorado. He looked good there too. Like every time you see him get better and better, improve and get better accuracy, better arm, better pocket awareness, his footwork and everything. Touch on the ball, everything's just nice. He can deliver the ball in the middle of the field at a high level too. So if a guy like that falls to a certain spot, you gotta make those moves. I mentioned before, many times before, we were in the Patrick Mahomes situation. The Chiefs knew they had a team that was good enough to get to the playoffs, but not great enough to win the playoffs. So what they go out there and do? They went out there and added a big-time game-changer player in Patrick Mahomes. They really saw Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech and said, that guy can bring something different to our team. And he went up there and he traded up there to get him. People were like, why are you trading too much for this guy? And look at him now. 3-time Super Bowl champion, and Patrick Mahomes have never played in anything but an AFC title game or Super Bowl in the playoffs. Never got eliminated first round or second round. It's always AFC title or Super Bowl. The man has played phenomenal. He's a multiple-time MVP as well. Just playing some phenomenal football. So you never know. Maybe this could be your Patrick Mahomes stories. Now sometimes we see some things where people trade up in the draft and it might not work out too well. But maybe this could be your Patrick Mahomes story. You never know what could happen. So be on the lookout for that. But I took him with my first pick. And moving on to my second pick. My second pick, of course, I went with Shamar Turner. This is a lineman for Texas A&M. Gotta bring the lineman in like this. So I brought him my third-round pick. Since my second-round pick was traded via the Shedeur Sanders trade. I brought him in. Shamar Turner, the lineman for Texas A&M. He can play very well around the edge. Inside, outside, do a lot of different things and stuff. Lateral quickness is good. His hand placement is always good and stuff. Now he use leverage as well. The only thing that's kind of a knack on this game, you might say, is probably his limited technique and pass rushing ability. Like, he don't have all the techniques in doing certain things, but he can learn that from Cam Hayward. And plus, like I mentioned many times before in this mock drafts, you don't have to do it when you have TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. So if you like solid pass rusher, but a good run defender, you got TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith on the outside, Cam Hayward next to you and stuff. When you get in, you got Herb Big rotating in, Kendall Bennett, and all those guys who are very good at getting to the passer. You're better off just maximizing what you can do right there. That's why you have depth for and stuff. They should more Turner. He's what, 21, 22, but he had 6 sacks. I think he had 6 sacks the year before last. I think he had more than that. I might miss his stats with somebody else, but he's pretty solid though. Pretty solid in the pass rushing game, but in the running game, that's what we need him to be utilized a lot at. And he's very versatile at holding the gap and getting there and wrapping up and making those tackles and setting the edge and stuff like that. Inside being a solid runner and the inside as well, and the run defense too. So he's going out there making plays. So the Steelers looking to bring a guy in right there. Hey, Shamar Turner might be available for you. I know people might be thinking down below, oh, why are you trading for the quarterback in the first round? You gotta mix up a little bit. Mock draft, we're doing the mock drafts, different ones every time. You gotta bring a different scenario. You never know what can happen. The Steelers just, I think on Thursday, they just had, of course, a receiver, Matthew Golden, who's the top receiver. They just had him visit their team. A running back as well, Caleb Johnson was one of the top running backs, visit as well. So we're seeing like them, they might go offensively. You never know what can happen like that. They might just say we get a receiver. They might not keep George Pickens long term. Maybe George Pickens will stay for 1 year. They might say this receiver right here is gonna be our guy for the future with DK Metcalf. So we can gotta pay George Pickens. We can just go on somewhere else and trade him away. So you never know what can happen. But I think the Steelers definitely getting Shamar Turner will be good for the team. With the fourth pick, I had DJ Giddens, running back from Kansas State. As you guys know, DJ Giddens is a good player. He's I mentioned him on the channel before. I ain't gotta talk too much about him because I have drafted him many times in the mock draft. He's a versatile piece. He can catch the backfield, he can line up as well, out wide and make different plays and stuff. Good hands, good speed as well, craftiness and size and ability, athleticism, good ball vision. And he just plays well. He's just like explosive. You never see a play where he's go down from first contact. He makes a lot of plays. So the Steelers looking to get a running back. You can't get Cam Scatterbo. You can't get a Caleb Johnson or Amari Hampton or Ashton Genty. You never know. Will they draft Ashton Genty in the first round? You never know what can happen. But you could go DJ Giddens in the 4th round, bring him in. I think he'll be a very good player for our team. He'll be an all-down purpose back as well, with Jalen Warren, with Kenneth Gainwell as well, and had a little 1-2-3 punch. Moving on next, I traded with the Chargers. The Chargers offered me, I think I spot 5th with them, and then they gave me 2 6th-round picks. Now I realize I don't think they'll do that, but the simulation, I have it on advanced mode, but they offered me 2 6th-round picks for a 5th-round swap, and they asked for my 5th-round pick for next year. So I think no 6th-round pick for next year, a 6th-round pick for next year. So I said, okay, I'll take that. I guess they wanted somebody really bad like that because they was a little few spots below, so they traded up to get that spot. So I'll take it. So with my 5th pick, the first one, I took Jeffrey Bassa, linebacker from Oregon. Coverage skills are good for him. You know, good hand placements and usage as well. Good IQ, good tackler. He played safety a little bit before. He played safety, I think, in high school, and I think in college where he kind of like transitioned fully to like a full-fledged linebacker in the middle. He played safety as well, so he kind of had that like that skill set of sitting and being patient. His coverage skills are always good as well. You might see a lot of production, like saying, "Oh, he made a turnover" or something like that. But sometimes when you play, like get a pass, break up, staying in front of guys and stuff, and limit them to short yards is still good as well. So I think he's a nice guy to bring in to maybe be a depth piece as well. We got Peyton Wilson there, of course. We got, of course, Patrick Queen, but having a guy like this is cool because he can be a thumper too. He can play as a good tackler as well. Getting out there, setting in when they blitz him in and stuff, different times, he made plays. So I think he had a lot of potential to be something nice. The Steelers give him. The Steelers do a good job at front 7 development. They develop guys well on the edge, the linebackers, the D-linemen. They develop guys well like that usually. So I think the Steelers bring a guy in like this, Jeffrey Bassa, linebacker from Oregon. I think it'll be nice. Moving on next to my 6th pick, Jalen Reed, safety, Penn State. I drafted him last draft, the mock draft. Jalen Reed, he's a versatile piece. I always love those DBs who can play all around, who can line up at linebacker, you can line up in the slot and nickel, all around like that. You can be safety, you can man up on people sitting zone. He plays all around the field and stuff. A good tackler, a good thumper, hard hitter, solid in coverage as well, can make plays too. And just overall, just a queen chess piece right there. You know, I wanted Cooper DeJean real bad last year. I think me and Gene was the 2 people that was advocating for Cooper DeJean a lot. We were like, Cooper DeJean got to come to Steelers. That'd been great. That'd been great. Imagine him last year add to the team. That'd been very good. But the Steelers didn't draft Cooper DeJean. They took who they take? I don't think they took cornerback last year, right? They took I think Benny Bishop was the undrafted free agent, so I don't think they drafted a cornerback high up in the draft. So they didn't even get a cornerback at all like that. But the Eagles ended up getting Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell, 2 guys who the Steelers thought the Steelers were gonna get one of them at least. But imagine Cooper DeJean with JPJ and stuff like that, would been great. But a guy like this, Jalen Reed, he might not be the same level as Cooper DeJean, but he has those same type of play style a little bit, being solid and being cool in a lot of different places on the field and stuff. If you can develop him well, he can be definitely a nice guy out there, like a second Deshaun Elliott, but even better, bigger and better tackler as well too. So having 2 of those guys out there too as well, playing good coverage skills and being a hard hitter, not afraid to go up there and make a play, would be great to add to the roster. Moving on next, I had drafted Miles Frazier, inside lineman from LSU. My other 6th-round pick that I got from the Chargers, I got 3 total because I got 2 from them and ours as well. So I took him. There's more depth inside. You know, I can see Malu had injury history a little bit. McCormick did a good job. He missed like 1 game last year, but you know, just have more depth inside. But you have more depth on the O-line, like inside O-lineman, offensive tackles and stuff. Just add more depth to keep those guys up front good, just in case. I think he's a solid piece. Be a solid guy to bring in, get the fill in the role and stuff. We've seen McCormick last year be a sleeper pick that we took in the 4th round, and he turned out to be pretty good for us. He's probably most likely starting this year for us as well. So I think adding depth in the interior line is very good. Moving on next to my last 6th-round pick, I took Tyler Barron, edge rusher from Miami. He's explosive off the burst, very explosive off the burst. He has a lot of different counter moves and stuff. You know, we see him do chop moves and stuff as well. Bull rush people, power spin, do all types of things like that. They do a lot of different things up there, crafty ways of getting pressure and getting to the quarterback as well. He's a little older. It was kind of his knack a little bit because he's 24 years old. So he's a little older. He's older than me. He's a little older. I think like 24, 25 years old. So he'll be older entering the draft. But I think he still has a lot of potential. Like that, he had 6 sacks last year, 6 sacks the year before last. He had 20+ tackle for losses the past 2 years as well. He's active in the run game, and he made plays and stuff too. Have him as a kind of like a depth piece a little bit on the edge with TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, Herbig, bring him on the edge as well as a depth piece. I think that'd be nice for the Steelers to keep the guys fresh, and him having that extra explosiveness and having more experience in college sometimes can be a positive sometimes. We've seen Joe Burrow, we've seen J.D. Daniels, they have more playing time in college and see what happened to them and stuff. So maybe him being a little older might not be too much of a knack for him, but he definitely is very active. He don't give up on the play, he plays to the whistle. He goes out there and give you all he got. Like that, he's a high motor type of player. That's something you can't really teach. High motor is something you just gotta have in you. Like that, you can't teach that. It's about effort and just keep going relentlessly and keep making plays in pursuit. And he's one of those type of players. Now moving on to my last pick. In the 7th round, I took Kobe Hudson, receiver from UCF. I was looking for Jimmy Horn, he was already gone. I was looking for Ty Felton as well, as speedster too. He was already gone. But I think a guy like Kobe Hudson would be great too as well, receiver from UCF. He was a good route runner. He's one of those route runner guys, those guys who can get separation. His release is so special. He can create a lot of separation for his release. He averaged 16 yards per catch last year, and the year before that, he averaged 20 yards per catch on the year before. He had 700 yards last year, 900 yards the year before last as well. 8 touchdowns that year before last, and then last year he had like 4 or 5 touchdowns. He played pretty good like that, so making plays and stuff. Put his foot in the ground. He can stop on a dime and stuff as well, and he has good IQ. He runs the route like precisely. Sometimes you run a route too fast, you can take yourself out to play. Sometimes you run a route too slow, you don't get a chance to get into play. We've seen like on different routes, like a slow go route. Somebody run a slant and go, a slug go. If you do it too fast, you might draw something. If you do it too slow, you might draw the safety in like that. So you want to make sure you time it right like that. You want to run the moderate speed, and you want to hit that burst when you break off. So the quarterback throws the ball to you, you can get over there for somebody to get over the top over you. Comeback route, same thing. If you beat a guy off the line on the comeback route, we've seen it many times. You ever play Madden before? You see like your person, they'll run too fast, and then when you do a comeback, the cornerback is sitting right there. And it happened in real life too. You've seen it many times. You run a route too fast and beat the guy off the line. When you come back, you're coming back to the ball, so the cornerback will be still there. He's already there and have better leverage. But if you run it moderately and keep him to your hip like that, and then you break off, you're open like that. He's one of those guys who has that type of mentality, one of those route runner type of guys. And those Steelers got DK Metcalf and GP, who are solid route runners. GP probably a better route runner than DK. DK is more physical specimen and stuff. But having a guy who can route runner who can play from the slot, who can play on the outside and do different things and mix it up, being 6'1" as well, I think it would be nice to bring in too, to add some craftiness and some versatility to our receiver room, more size too as well. But overall, I think the draft is pretty good. My first pick, I went with Shedeur Sanders via that crazy trade I did. Shamar Turner, D lineman, for my 3rd pick. 4th pick, I went DJ Giddens, running back from Kansas State. I made another trade, of course, like I mentioned. I went on my 3 6th-round picks. I took Jalen Reed, I took Miles Frazier, I took Tyler Barron. Then also my 5th-round pick, I took Jeffrey Bassa, linebacker from Oregon. Then my last pick, I took Kobe Hudson, receiver from UCF. So this is my 6.0 mock draft. Let me know what you guys think. What do you say? This is the worst draft ever. Never draft again in your life. It's an F. Or if you say, this is the best draft ever, it's an A+. I don't think you'll say that, but at least get, see what I'm gonna get. Like, I think overall, I get this draft right here. The Steelers did this, and we got Shedeur Sanders. I'll actually get this draft at A-. If we were able to get a top quarterback for the future, add a D lineman, potential and stuff as well, add a running back as well, and add these different pieces like safety, linebacker, adding depth pieces around, I'll give it an A- like that. I'll leave you a solid draft. Let me know down below what you guys think about this draft, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. The Arsenal DB is